So, hey guys, Chauzu here, and this is going to be a Grand Voyage video. We're doing some Buggy 5, and I'm going to try a legend I've not beaten Buggy 5 with, and it's the QCK G4 Luffy, old style legend. He's finally good now. He has a really good level limit break. Let's take a look at the buffs. We can't see all buffs here. But he had a special. Sadly, he does damage to all enemies, so we can't use him final stage. But we can make stage 3 and 4 a lot easier by adding an attack boost and then an ore boost. And as it says there, if you consume 10 recovery orbs, you become Bounce Man, who is really good. He has 50% damage reduction, but sadly we can't get that with current units. Attack 4.5 times at base, but if you get the Gear 4 version, you go up to 5.25 times attack, which is really good. And yeah, I decided, like, this is not the most original team, but I decided to not just use the safe Boa, but at least I used Dog instead to make it a bit more spicier. I tried a lot of different things, but we just lack good units for this content. And the Dog does have the Ashura to give an attack boost to the crew, a small one when we use it. Robin also has the Mr. 1 support to add some even more extra damage now when we don't have the Boa on the team. But yeah, let's get going, and before we do the run, we are going to take a bit of a look into what Gear 4 QCK Luffy does again. Because it does have a captain action is very unique. I can't say that I fully understand him yet. Like, his prime was before my time, and until now, this Luffy has never been good on global, so I'm basically catching up as well. So I'm definitely going to use him more. I think his design is really cool. But yeah, on this menu, they've added the upgrades with the level limit break. And yeah, as you see, the Gear 2 and 3 is not that impressive, but once you get into Gear 4, and especially Bounce Man, he's really cool. But yeah, basically Gear 4, 5.25 times, 20% damage reduction, which is not bad for Buggy 5. But I'd love if we could get the Tank Man, 50% damage reduction that could allow whole new strats. But right now it's just not realistic to consume 10 recovery orbs before entering the final stage. It's a shame, but it is what it is. And with that, let's get the run going. And yeah, this is pretty similar to a team I made before. I'm pretty sure I used the Super Type Luffy from the anniversary a while back, like over a year ago at this point. But yeah, that was basically the same deal. You can use him stage 3 or 4, make it easier, and then you benefit from having a good captain ability. And it might be a bit stronger than Luffy, but of course we have that damage reduction that makes things even safer, especially with lower investment. But at the same time, the damage is not super duper good, so not sure about that. But yeah, when you use Gear 4 Luffy special, you max his gauge. I returned to Gear 2 though, because when you're in Gear 2, not sure about Gear 3, but in Gear 2 at least, you don't really consume the gauge. So I can save it for final stage. Basically, when you're in Gear 4 form, you consume 3 of the gauge every turn. So you're able to keep it for 3 turns, which is perfect for this content, of course. But yeah, I must say that stage 3 and 4 being chill is a very nice bonus. No manual taps or anything, no orb RNG. Pretty nice. And Luffy's going to be cool in normal content as well. I made some teams for fun for Arena to my backlog using him. And like when he's captain, he can remove death up, attack down bind, he can do a lot of stuff. And of course he does attack first and then or boost the following turn. Really cool. But yeah, mistones for damage reduction. 20% is not good enough. We need to add a bit more to that. Law reducing CD and giving the attack boost and the chain growth buff. 3-turn orb boost from Ace and Sabo, as well as the Koala support to remove the spear. V2 Whitebeard support also works to remove the spear. So yeah, at least the first turn is very easy to overkill, so I'm being extremely careful here. I usually joke around on Discord that Buggy 5 from being like local sea monster, tired of difficulty. A big part of the difficulty now is to avoid overkilling, because overkilling means you kill one of the mobs, and if you do, it's GG. Basically, Buggy will screw you over completely if you do that, which is why we can't use Luffy final stage, for example, because he kills all of the mobs. But yeah, we get a small attack boost from Dog. He removes special bind and attack down as well. Robin reduces CD and gives call affinity and a chain boost. You'd think that with all these buffs this should be an extremely easy kill, but it's actually a bit tight. I will note though that I'm not using the optimal ship for this. I did record me changing to Chauzu Superb later, which was pretty dumb of me. Like, I'm just so used to using the whale ship now. It's in most situations it's the best, but in terms of damage, Shark is still king if you can use it. So yeah, Shark support made the damage a lot easier, but yeah, I also have to remember my investments. I have pretty big investments. In the end, the main part of this video was like, can I make a cool team with quick gear for Luffy as captain? And sadly the answer is no, I guess. Not yet. But I'm excited to see if we get something with recovery orbs, because that opens up a whole new can of worms. But yeah. Yeah, you can still reset for the resilience RNG. It's just that before making this team, I forgot to double check my resilience sockets. I redid the run, and I did it with the Shark Superb ship, so I figured I'll include it here at fast speed so you can just compare the damage if you're interested. But again, I want to remind you this is with my investment. I don't think everybody has a level 150 limit break expanded law lying around like I do. But yeah, as you see, it's a lot better damage here. I even killed that without tapping with the 5th unit like I did before. But yeah, not going to be anything new here. But yeah, it does feel like it's been a while since we got new options for this Grand Voyage. It's basically as stale as local sea monster in a way. Like with the V5 law release, there was a lot of hype and new teams, but after that, it has pretty much died out. It just happens sometimes, like with units releases and such, and for arenas like this, it needs to be pretty specific as well. But yeah, now we're ready to get the kill. And yeah, you get a good look here comparing the damage. And yeah, basically, now we're going to reset the game. We're going to get Buggy's kill animation. You just have to pray for the resilience. And if it doesn't proc, you need to reload the game. A lot of people are confused by this, but this only works against Buggy 5 for some reason. We don't know why, but against like Morgan 5, for example, you can't just reset the game and make it work eventually. Another one is like, not Mihawk, but Don Krieg. Don Krieg also doesn't work like that. But yeah, there we got the luck. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.